Hey guys, Mike here. So today, I'm here to talk to you about The Grudge. In this review, I'll be going over a brief summary of the plot, my quick thoughts about the film, and whether or not you guys should go and see it. So I'm going to try and keep this review spoiler-free. However, if you don't know anything about the film, and you want to go completely blind, then it's just come back to this video, once you've seen the film. So with that, let's get started, shall we? So in The Grudge, there's this evil spirit that lives inside this house, that when anyone goes inside it, they will be haunted by the spirit for the rest of their days. And throughout the movie, we see different people being haunted by the spirit as the police are investigating the case. And so we have The Grudge. So I gotta be honest with you guys, I haven't seen any of the Grudge movies. I haven't seen the original Japanese one, and I've not seen any of the American ones, you know, sequels or whatever. But I have to say The Grudge 2020 is the funniest movie I've ever seen in my entire life. My god, this is one of the best comedies I've ever seen. What? This isn't a comedy? Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, so that's pretty much the reason I knew that I was in for a bad time with this one, because anytime anything scary happened, I was just in fits of laughter. Because the effects, the presentation, the story, everything in this movie is laughable. One of the worst things about this movie is, though, is that the Grudge spirit, or whatever it is pretty much inconsequential to the story. Though its presence is kind of felt throughout the movie, it itself doesn't even show up for most of the time. And when it does, it's only on screen for like half a second or so. And pretty much, you know, its iconic sound, that throaty, croaky noise, which, you know, I can't make, hardly is used at all, and when it is, it's pretty much only at the start and at the end of the movie, and that's it. It would have been a lot creepier if that noise was used a lot more. As well, The Grudge is needlessly convoluted. Because like I said, it tells multiple stories throughout the movie. But instead of starting at point A and then moving on from person to person, eventually getting us to the main story, it kind of just jumps around constantly. 1 minute you're with someone in 2004, then 2006, jumps back to 2005, goes to 2006, 2004, and you never know really where you're at with this story. And none of these people or characters are anything interesting, really. Couldn't care what happens to them, and most everything they do is inconsequential to the story. The only story that I found somewhat interesting is John Cho's character and his wife's story. Because they're having a baby together, but then they find out from their doctors that the baby won't be 100% healthy, so they're trying to deal with that, you know, their marriage and, you know, stuff like that. And there were some genuine human moments in this story, which, you know what, were quite interesting. But then I remembered I'm watching The Grudge and most of it was just, again, inconsequential to the story. It's such a shame that a good actor like John Cho is in this movie. I mean, probably some of the other actors are decent as well, but the only one that I really knew from this movie was John Cho, and he is much better than this movie. As well, throughout this one I was trying to figure out whether it was a sequel, reboot, remake or whatever, and then kind of a little over halfway you find out that it's technically a sequel to the Japanese version. But again, I could be completely wrong because, like I said, I haven't seen any of the others. Overall, guys, though I found this movie insanely hilarious, this is by no means a good movie. Because a horror movie, you know, it needs to be tense, it needs to be scary, and The Grudge is none of those things. It's filled with lame jump scares, and honestly, none of them get you. Normally in an average horror movie, at least maybe one, maybe two of them, you know, will get you or startle you or something like that. Not a single one in this movie got me because they were just presented so poorly. The performances are average, the story's needlessly convoluted, and this was just an effort to get through. But now, as for whether or not, you guys should go and see it. Honestly, if you want to see a funny horror movie, just go watch the Scream movies or the Scary movies, you know, the first couple before they went really trash. I wouldn't go watch this one just to have a laugh with it, because you're more laughing at it than with it, and that's not a good movie for me. But I mean, if you really want to see the train wreck that is this movie, then by all means go watch it and see what you think. Because this movie really has nothing else going for it. Okay guys, that's my review of The Grudge. If you've seen it, what did you think about it? And what's your least favourite horror movie? Whatever it is, drop it in the comments below. Until next time, I've been Michael. See ya!